Welcome student of class 12. We have already discussed in the earlier classes product of two vectors, dot product as well as cross product, and application of dot product and cross product. And this portion you study in class 11 in physics. But today we start product of three or more vectors. It is not in physics. Product of two vectors in physics we have already done, but product of three or more vectors is not in physics earlier classes. So if we start product of three or more vectors, first we take three vectors. Suppose three vectors are A, B and C. A, B and C are three vectors. A vector, B vector and C vector. Then product. If we take A dot B dot C is equal to how much? First one. Second one, A vector dot B cross C is equal to how much? And number 3, A cross B cross C is equal to how much? These three questions first arises. If we take three vectors A, B, C, then vector product or dot product or scalar product, vector or scalar, A dot B dot C is equal to how much? My first question is that A dot B cross C is equal to how much, and A cross B cross C is equal to how much, and which in our syllabus first. A dot B dot C is equal to how much? My first question is that. If we take dot product with two vectors B and C, then we get a scalar quantity. Product of a scalar quantity with a vector quantity is not dot product. This ordinary multiplication. If we multiply a vector by a scalar, suppose D is a vector, T is a scalar, then T times of D, scalar multiplication, no dot, no cross is possible. So A dot B dot C is not possible. Next, these two questions arises. A dot B cross C is possible or not? This is not possible. Since if we take dot product first, B dot C, then it is a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity with a vector, take dot product, it is not possible. It is totally impossible. Now the second question, B cross C. B and C are taking cross product, then you get a vector, then multiply with A, so it must be possible. It is possible. And in the third one, B cross C. B cross C is a vector quantity. Multiplication with A, that is cross multiplication, cross product with A, it is also possible. Clear? Now we study about this one. It is very interesting and it is in our syllabus. It is not in our syllabus. A cross B cross C not in syllabus, but define definition of this I will give it later on. First we study about A dot B cross C. What happens if we find A dot B cross C? Let us take A is equal to A1I cap, obviously, A2J cap and A3K cap. B is another vector, take B1I cap, B2J cap plus B3K cap. And C is another vector, say C1I cap, C2J cap plus C3K cap. Now first find B cross C. In this case, B cross C is equal to how much? B cross C is nothing but I, J, K and coefficient of B, that is B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Then you get how much? I cap into B2, C3 minus C2, B3 minus J cap into B1, C3 minus C1, B3 plus K cap into B1, C2 minus C1, B2. This one is B cross C. Now if we take dot product with A, then what happens? Then A dot B cross C, that is nothing but A1 I cap sorry, A1 I cap, A2 J cap, A3 K cap, dot this one, dot this one I cap, B2 C2 C3, B2 C3 minus C2 B3 minus J cap into B1 C3 minus C1 B3 plus K cap into B1 C2 minus C1 B2. So after simplification we get I dot I is 1, I dot j is 0, I dot k is 0. It is known to all of us now. So we get A1 B2 C3 minus C2 B3. Okay. Next, this multiplied with dot product with the j dot I is 0, j dot j is 1, so minus A2 into B1 C3 minus C1 B3. Next, this multiplied with other term of 0, so this k dot k is 0 and k dot I is 0, sorry, k dot k is 1, k dot I is 0, k dot j is 0 and k dot k is 1, so we get plus A3 into B1 C2 minus C1 B2. So A dot B cross C, after that A dot B cross C we get this one. This is scalar quantity or vector quantity. Obviously there exists no ijk or ijk cap. So obviously it is a scalar quantity. So A dot B cross C is scalar triple product. Scalar triple product. This is known as scalar triple product. Okay, scalar triple product. Since after multiplication we get a scalar quantity, so it is a scalar triple product. Now, in other way we can find this very easily, A dot B cross C. After that if we get this. Now, if we find it other way also, A dot B cross C, just if we take the determinant of the coefficient determinant of these, then we get how much? Determinant of A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Just expand this determinant. Then we get A1 into B2, C3 minus C2, B3 minus A2 into B1, C3, B1, C3 minus C1, B3, C1, B3 plus, right here, plus A3 into B1, C2 minus C1, B2. This is nothing but this one. So if the question is find A dot B cross C, just find the coefficient determinant of A, B and C, A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Now A dot B cross C is written in the other way also. There is a notation. A dot B cross C can be written in this way. That is equals to, we can write vector A, third bracket of A, B and C. Third bracket of A, B, C we can write in this way. This is the notation of A dot B cross C. If in your question paper it is given that, or in your book, A, B, C, third bracket of A, B, C, not second bracket, not first bracket obviously. Third bracket of A, B, C is nothing but A dot B cross C. This means A dot B cross C. Here. Now, if we change two row or two columns, then how much? Get by the properties of determinant. This determinant can be written as by the property. If we change first row and second row, then we get just take a minus in outside the determinant. So minus of B1, B2, B3, A1, A2, A3, C1, C2, C3. This determinant just change the negative sign, one negative sign. So if this is equal to third bracket of ABC by this notation, this is third bracket of A, B and C, then the second one is, this is how much? So obviously it will be minus of B A, C. So if we change any two, of this, then we get just a minus. Okay. If we change any two rows, then we get a minus. Again, if we change again another, this one, these two rows, second and third. In this case, second and third. If we change second row and third row also, then we get another minus, say minus plus, that is equals to minus and minus, that is plus. It will be changed from this B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3, A1, A2, A3. Then we get this one, A1, A2, A3. That means this is nothing but BCA. Okay. If we change twice, then we get again this one. So ABC is equal to, we can write ABC, that is equals to CAB. This one, or that is equals to, again we can write this is equal to BCA. This is also same. But if we change only two, then just we take a negative sign. No problem at all. Like that. If we change another, that is equals to, we can write BAC. Change only two. Okay, in this way. Now, what is the geometrical interpretation of this? What is this value? A dot B cross C geometrical interpretation is very much important. A dot B cross C is nothing but if three adjacent sides of a parallelepiped A, B and C, three adjacent sides of a parallelepiped A, B and C, then we get the volume of that. Volume of the parallelepiped. Okay. I repeat once again. If we draw a parallelepiped whose three adjacent sides are A, B and C, I draw a rectangular parallelepiped here whose three adjacent sides are A, B and C. One is A, suppose this vector is A, this vector is B say, and this vector is C. Or in other way, in this direction say A, this direction B and this direction C, upward direction C. Then A dot B cross C is nothing but A dot B cross C is nothing but the volume of the parallelepiped whose three adjacent sides are this. Volume of the parallelepiped. Okay. Now, what happened if A dot B cross C is 0? What happened? A dot B cross C is 0 means if A dot B cross C is 0, then what happens? Then volume of the parallelepiped is 0. That means A, B, C lie on the same plane. Therefore, there no formation of parallelepiped is now question of the volume. So, A, B and C, these three vectors are coplanar. Lie in the same plane. That means A, B, C are coplanar. So if the question is so that these three vectors are coplanar, it is in the past exercise also. On that exercise, no problem is done by me since I use this form. If three vectors are given and prove that these three vectors are coplanar, just find A dot B cross C. If it is in IJK form, then very easy. Just find the coefficient determinant, and determinant is known to all of you. So find the determinant. If the value of the determinant is 0, therefore we can conclude the volume is 0. So no problem, very easy. Then clear. So to prove three vectors are coplanar, just find A dot B cross C, then you get the result. Clear? Clear to all of you? Now if the 4 points are given, position vector of 4 points, A, B, C and D, position vectors are given, position vectors of 4 points are given. So we find AB vector, B to C vector and C to D vector, these three vectors, then find their A dot B cross C. AB vector is A vector, this is B vector say, this is C vector say, find A dot B cross C, then prove that these 4 points are also coplanar. Just find their vectors form. If the position vector is given or position of point is given. Is clear? Clear to all of you? ABC, A dot B cross C is 0 means volume of parallelepiped is 0, that means ABC are coplanar. Next question, show that A plus B, B plus C, C plus A, obviously third bracket, that means that A dot B cross C is equal to twice of ABC. So first we write this from the definition, third bracket of ABC means A dot B cross C. So instead of A, it is A plus B. So we write A plus B dot. Instead of B, it is B plus C. So we write B plus C cross C plus A. Just use their notation. Third bracket of ABC means A dot B cross C. Just we use this notation here. So now B plus C cross C plus A. Write in the extended form. That means distributive law B cross C plus A plus C cross C plus A. Now again distributive property B cross C plus B cross A. This is C cross C plus C cross A. Okay. Now what is the value of C cross C? Obviously same vector, cross product is 0. C cross C is 0. So this portion vanishes. Clear? Now again distributed A dot B cross C, right here A dot B cross C plus A dot B cross A dot B cross A plus this is 0, so A dot C cross A with A dot product with A. Next plus B dot product with B, all these three vectors, B dot B cross C, B dot B cross A, second one, and B dot C cross A, B dot C cross A. Now in notation we write this is ABC, this is ABA, this one is ACA plus this one BBC, next BBA, and last one BCA. Now we know that if two vectors are same, in this case also we write this is 0 obviously. If two vectors are same, that is in this case AA, so two rows of the determinant is identical, so value of this must be 0. Any two vectors are same, then value of this is 0. Why? Very simple. We know that this, if we take in this form, suppose this is A1, A2, A3, and this is B1, B2, B3, and this is again A1, A2, A3. Now first row and third row are identical, therefore value of the determinant is 0. So this must be 0. This is 0. This is A can so this is also 0. This is BB. This is also 0. This is again BB. So this is also 0. So only two terms are present. That is ABC and this is BCA. BCA and ABC are same. So we can conclude that is equals to twice of ABC. So in this expression, in the simplified form, that is equals to this. If the question, this question can be given to you in other way also. It is given that just A plus B, B plus C and C plus A are coplanar, then show that ABC are also coplanar. I repeat once again, these three vectors A plus B, B plus C and C plus A are coplanar. A plus B is a vector, B is vector, B plus C vector and C plus A are coplanar. That means third bracket of this is 0. Coplanar means these three are 0. Then we have to prove ABC are also coplanar. That means this can be written in simplified form, that is equals to twice ABC. Now this term is 0, so twice of ABC is 0. So third bracket of ABC is 0, that means ABC are also coplanar. This question can be put in the another form also. Okay. If these three vectors are coplanar, then show that ABC are also coplanar. So this is not only single problem. This problem given to you in different form. Just answer is same. Okay. Just write the conclusion are different. Is it clear now? Next, write another question. Show that the volume of parallelepiped whose edges are represented by 3i plus 2j minus 4k, 3i plus j plus 3k, and third one I minus 2j plus k is 49 cubic unit. This problem number 6. So the volume of parallelepiped, So this vector is A vector, one is, this is a B vector and this is C vector. Parallelepiped we have already discussed earlier. That means A dot B cross C. We have to find out A dot B cross C, and that's nothing but the determinant of volume is equal to, if we write this is A, say this is A, this is B and this is C, A dot B cross C. So first write down these three edges denoted by A vector, B vector and C vector respectively. That means take the determinant 3, 2, minus 4, 3, 1, 3, 1, minus 2, 1. That is 3 into 1 ones are 1 plus 6 minus 2 into 3 ones are 3 minus 3 minus 4 into 3 into 2 minus 6 minus 1. So we get how much? 6 plus 1, 7, 7 into 3, 21. This is 0. This is 0. And second part, this is 7, 7 into 4 minus minus plus 28. So 28 plus 21, that is how much? 49. Therefore, volume of the parallelepiped is 49 cubic unit. Obviously, volume must be in cubic unit. Okay. So very simple. If the question is find the volume of tetrahedron, volume of tetrahedron is given by, just it is not in this question obviously, the separate question. If given the find the volume of tetrahedron whose three edges are this, then just we find the 1/6 of A dot B cross C. Volume of tetrahedron is equal to 1/6 of this A dot B cross C. A dot B cross C, or or 1/6 of third bracket of A, B, C. This is the formula of volume of tetrahedron whose three edges are given. Okay. Next we define vector product of three vectors in vector form. That means A cross B cross C. What is the definition of this? Most probably it is not in your syllabus, but one or more problems, some problems are, if you use this cross vector triple product, then we very easy to calculate, very easy to prove some problems. So know the definition. A cross B cross C, that means A dot C times B. Here no dot, no cross. Since this is scalar we multiplied a vector, that means ordinary multiplication, not scalar, not vector dot product or not cross product. So A dot C times B minus A dot B times C. I repeat once again. These two, A dot B is a scalar quantity multiplied with C, and A dot C is again a scalar quantity multiplied with B, ordinary multiplication, not dot, not cross. So A cross B cross C is nothing but A dot C times B, and this is A dot B times C. First. Okay, A dot B, this is minus sign, not plus. So take anyone, it is not possible. So in this way, remember it in this way, A, C, take farthest first. Okay, A dot C times B minus A dot B times C. Now, another, using this, I find a problem like that. If A vector is given, A is equal to I plus J minus 6K, B vector is given also, B is I minus 3J plus 4K, and C vector is 2I minus 5J plus 3K. We have to find out A cross B cross C. Okay, so first find A dot C. and A dot B. A dot C is nothing but A dot C, that is equals to A dot C, this one, 1 into this 2, I into I, that means 2, this is 1 into minus 5, that means minus 5, minus 6 into 3, minus 18. So we get how much is equal to 5, 18, 18, 23, that means minus 21. And A dot B, second, A dot B is nothing but A dot B is how much? 1 into 1, that means 1, minus 3, and this is minus 24, minus 24. So that is equals to how much? Minus 26 most probably, minus 26. Therefore, if the question is find A dot B cross A cross B cross C, A cross B cross C is nothing but how much? First, A dot C times B. A dot C is minus 21. Minus 21 times B vector. Minus of minus, that is it will be plus 26. A dot B is before minus sign, so it is plus 26 minus minus times which one? C. That means write C first. So minus 21 and write the B vector I cap minus 3j cap plus 4k cap and plus 26 C vector, that is 2i cap minus 5j cap plus 3k cap. Simplifying just minus 21i plus 52i. 26 into 2, 52. 52 minus 21i cap. This is 3 into 21 minus minus plus 3 into 21 is 63 and 5 into 26. 5 into 26 means how much? 130 minus 130j and k minus 4 into plus minus 84. 4 into 21 is 84 and 3 into 26 78 most probably plus 78 k cap. Just find, after simplifying we get the result. That's too much. If the question is find A cross B cross C, A cross B cross C, that means you have to find A dot C first and A dot B, then A dot C times B minus A dot B times A dot C times B minus A dot B times C. Okay, that's enough. So these are the all of vectors, introduction, triangle law, parallelogram law, then we define some problems, then dot product of two vectors, cross product of two vectors, and its application already done in the previous classes. This is the last class of vector. Now the vector application in geometry, obviously in 3-dimensional geometry there are vector application. So we start first geometry. When we study geometry, then we use this. This is the complete all of vectors. Okay, that's enough.